industrialization is an opportunity for countries to start producing value-added products, and that is what will underpin AfCFTA in the end. And I would like to respond in a more practical sense to this question from one of the feedbacks that we got from the Minister of Finance of Eswatini. So we had done, as you know, ECA has helped a lot of the countries to develop national strategies for AfCFTA implementation. And he actually said to me, this is great in terms of the strategy itself, but where are the products? Because if we're talking about AfCFTA, it means we are trading across borders with products. But when he said this to me, when he looked at his import bill as Minister of Finance, he realizes that they import everything. It means that industries have died. So basic things like even toothpicks, they cannot make. And he said to us, which was a challenge, he said to us as ECA, can you help us identify a few products that we can actually start producing that will replace the things that we import, because that's eating into our foreign exchange reserves, which I think answers your question in the sense that with AfCFTA, AfCFTA cannot move if countries are not producing, if we don't have the industries to produce the products that we are able then to trade across borders. So in this sense then, industrialization itself, or having industries that will produce the required goods and services in some sense that we can actually then trade between countries, across regions and so on, is actually key to AfCFTA. So some of the actions that we've started undertaking within the sub-region, I think are very strategic and answers to your response. And I want to say this, and I'll give a few examples of some of the strategic actions that we are supporting countries in the region. It's really to ensure that there is value chain development within the sub-region. Again, it speaks to the issue that the minister raised, but in a more practical sense. What am I saying this in practical examples? Number one, value chain from our office perspective, we're supporting we have three signature initiatives that we are currently supporting. Number one is the DRC and Zambia Electric Battery Initiative. And what that does, again, going back to industry, but also value addition, we're hoping that both countries will start adding value to their mineral products, their cobalt and their nickel, manganese, and so on, that they can, not now, but in future, start producing batteries. But what they can do between now and when they start producing the actual battery, they can start producing concentrates, for example, which are a component to the electric vehicle production. Secondly, we are also supporting countries in ensuring that they are adding value to their agricultural products. As you might know, Southern Africa is endowed in the agricultural sector. So again, making sure that we are building the right environment for value addition in the agricultural sector is one of the other initiatives that I want to speak about. And this speaks to the joint industrial park agricultural industrial park between Zambia and Zimbabwe. The hope there is that beyond just exporting raw products like maize, for example, or soya beans in their current form, you can actually process them and trade them at a higher value across the region, but also within the continent and beyond. The third one is also an initiative that we're doing practically very strategic for Botswana, because Botswana, they have the world's best beef. So the beef industry, and we're hoping that beyond just Botswana exporting beef, they can also pull in other countries in the sub-region that they're quite big in terms of beef production. But not only the beef, more importantly, I think it's the leather and leather products that can actually happen, they can actually get from the beef sector. So these are very practical steps that will, again, like I mentioned, make sure that you're resuscitating our industries within the sub-region, but we really will move the AfCFTA in a very practical way.